Welcome to The Explainer. If you're trying to get into online betting in Guinea, you've probably realized something fast. There are a ton of options out there. So we've done the homework for you. We sifted through all the top articles so you don't have to. In the next few minutes, we're going to give you a super clear guide to picking the best and safest sites.
And let's just start with the scale of this thing. We're talking about a country with over 13 million people and internet access that's just taking off. So yeah, Guinea's online betting scene isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding, especially with how popular mobile phones are.
But all that choice brings up the million-dollar question, right? How do you actually pick a site that's legit, one that's safe, reliable, and not just flashy? Well, to figure that out, we've boiled down all the key info from a really fantastic, in-depth guide by the pros over at betplace.us. All right, so let's dive in. What does this booming market actually look like on the ground? Well, you've got a lot of competition, which is great for you, but it means you've got to know what you're looking for. Okay, before we even dream about bonuses or odds, we have to talk about the most important thing: safety. Seriously, understanding the rules that are there to protect you is, and I mean this, absolutely non-negotiable.
So, the main player you need to know about in Guinea is the National Lottery Authority. Think of them as the official referee. They're the ones who give out licenses and make sure all the betting companies are playing by the rules.
And for any site to even be considered legal, our source shows they have to check some really important boxes. We're talking solid player protection, tools to help with responsible gambling, and serious measures to prevent money laundering. If a site is missing any of these, that is a huge red flag.
And, this quote really sums it up. The good sites aren't just saying this stuff. They're backing it up with things like top-notch data encryption and secure ways to handle your money. It's all about protecting you and your information.
So now that we've got that safety foundation down, let's get practical. Let's turn all this info into a simple checklist you can use to check out any site for yourself.
It really just comes down to these 5 simple things. 1. Always check for a valid license. Don't skip this. 2. Compare the welcome bonuses they're offering. 3. Look at the payment options. Do they work for you? 4. Just click around. Is the site easy to use? And finally, 5. Check out their customer support. You want to know someone's there if you need help.
And speaking of payments, this is actually pretty cool. The options are really diverse. You've got your standard bank cards, of course, but also e-wallets, local mobile money systems, and even crypto. That kind of flexibility is a big deal because it lets you use whatever method you're most comfortable with.
Okay, checklist in hand, let's look at the big dogs. These are the sites that came out on top according to that expert ranking from betplace.us.
Here we go, a real head-to-head between two of the heavyweights. You've got 1xBet, which has been around since 2007 and has a massive user base. And then you've got Melbet, a bit newer but already known for being super trustworthy. And look how close their scores are. 1xBet at a 4.88 out of 5, and Melbet nipping at its heels with a 4.7.
Now that betplace.us guide puts a special spotlight on Melbet, calling it out as a really trusted site. And why? Well, it hits all the right notes. A great welcome bonus, live support, and this is key. It holds a Curaçao license. That's a well-respected international license, which means they're held to really high standards for fairness and security.
This chart just lays it all out perfectly. You can see the top tier right here. 1xBet is just slightly ahead with that impressive 4.88 score. Melbet is right there, super strong at 4.7. And then you have the global giant Bet365 with a very solid 4.2. It just goes to show you how high the quality is at the top.
So we've looked at the big picture, the must-have safety features, and the top-ranked sites. Now let's wrap this all up into a few key things you need to remember.
Look, if you only remember 3 things from all this, make it these. Number 1, always put licensed and regulated sites first. Number 2, use that 5-step checklist we talked about to really break down your options. And 3, remember that this is just a starting point. Check out the full list to see which site is really the best fit for you.
So there you have it. You're now equipped to make a really smart choice. If you want to see the complete guide with the full list of the best sites and those deep dive reviews, just check out the link to our main source, betplace.us, right there in the description below. Happy hunting!